peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
Neighbor Joe, neighbor Joe, neighbor Joe. Oh, morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning, morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning. You can keep your conniving morning. When you been a corrupong, you not been tell me morning. Now because your money done, you come with conniving morning. When you had your pocket full, you not been tell me morning. Now because your money done, you hustle for tell me morning. Morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning, morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. Neighbor, neighbor, Joe come. Neighbor, neighbor, Joe come. Neighbor, neighbor, Joe come. This all the money that me work for. A 2 pound a note and a gilla piece. A 2 pound a note and a gilla piece. A 2 pound a note and a gilla piece. This all the money that me work for. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. Oh, Joseph, pour me. Oh, Joseph, pour me. Oh, Joseph, pour me. What we could do with a killer piece? 1 bunch green plantain, 1 string quacquari, 1 Jill black pepper. All you could do with a killer piece. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. When you been a corrupong, and I've been tell me morning. morning. Now because your money done, you come with conniving morning. When you had your pocket full, you now been tell me morning. Now because your money done, you hustle for tell me morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. You can keep your conniving morning.
A man and a bunch of animals was arguing by the zoo. The man tell them, I am civilized, I am superior to you. The donkey say, listen man, like something wrong with your brain. Sit down and pay attention while I explain. He say, man, you just call me jackass and say how I stupidity. But when I don't feel the walk, I ain't walking, no matter how you beat me. But a man will walk and walk and walk till he drop down with heart attack. So answer me fast, who's civilized and who's the jackass? And the ram goat say, you just tell me how my odor offends your nose. But 2 days pass and a man ain't paid, he's smelling from head to toes. If ram goat had perfume and soap and powder, ram goat would smell like a rose, and that ain't no joke. So who's civilized and who's the ram goat? The man say, oh Lord, you crazy, mankind way is the best. Look how I'm wearing me three-piece suit, me fancy shoes and me vest. And animals do not have motor car, and they do not have TV. The monkey says, stupid man, look, listen to me. The animals born with their shirt and pants, and their shoes and their socks as well. And we don't want no big motor car, gasoline expensive like hell. You watching Oprah on TV, and your best friend Oprah your girl. So please answer me, who's civilized and who's the monkey? And the tomcat say, you just tell me how I have no morality. But when I feeling romantic, it's one female cat and me. A man does have 42 women, he looking for 43. So answer me that, who's civilized and who's the tomcat? Well, the man getting really excited now, he's shouting out angrily. He say mankind has religion and morals and decency, but the snake sitting in the treetop, he say mankind, boy, you real dense. Look how long you living, you still have no common sense. Let me ask you, how come if man so noble, he always robbing another man? Animals live in the jungle for millions of years without one policeman. A man will visit the best friend and hustle his best friend wife. So you see your mistake. Tell me who's civilized and who is the snake? And the donkey say, man, you foolish, you just go and insure your life. But then the maker decide to call you, boop, the money gone to your wife. You in the cemetery, she and the next man spending all your money. So answer me fast, who's civilized and who's the jackass?
This is Quincy Anderson, a You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only.
Good morning to all those persons tuned into another episode of Livewire. It's the 11th of September 2024. Happy to be here with you. None other than your host, Courdel Jones, joining you this morning again as we go through the paces. Morning to all the persons across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to the persons across the diaspora. I do trust everybody had a restful night's sleep and they are up, ready, and rearing to go for today. Okay, so before we jump into today's topic, or what we're going to be looking at today, morning to all those persons in the comment section already. Special good morning to Balwant Dan Raj, Shania, Shane, morning to you, Lenny Lachman, Liana Ramaya, morning to you, Rahima Morali, Sarah Mosley, Ramnaran Singh, Lenny Lachman, morning to you, Ganesh Bharat, Nadia, morning to you, Rajendra Singh, Narayan Singh, Prem Prashad, Jamila Kayum, Omar Sharif, Mazo Inshan, Leroy Mangal, morning to you, Chitra Sokraj, Deshaun Abrams, Dionan Suku, Jonah Bijan, Nirmala Allen, Daniel Kochi, morning to you, joining us from NYC, Pushram Kishore, Alan Khan, Philip Diabru, Salome, Savita Sokraj, Ion Bipat, joining us from Barbados, Pam, morning to you, and Trevor, Leslie Mangal, Michael, Rajis Maraj, Data Nandala, Mazo, I called you already, Faisal Ghani, Soma Bipat, Rakesh, morning to you, Dunant Prashad, joining us from Toronto, Jasoda Budram, good morning to you, Henry Jagdio, Jane from St. Martin, morning to you, Violet Prasad, good morning, Jasmine Baldio, Sherwin Siram, Bibi Kalicharan, morning to you. Gomiti Singh, Wazim Nabi, good morning to you. Sally Jones, special good morning to you. Neil Ramlokan, morning to you. As Ashmi Bazdio, morning to you. Dale Henry, Richard Aklu, Dionat Prasad, Cecil Ram Prasad, Feroz Wahid, morning to you. Who else we got here? Asif Hamad, Rafi Singh, Raji Jaichan, morning to you. Gita Prasad, good morning. Krista Kaur Prasad, Derek Drupal, Romana, morning to you. Krishna Diodat, Magdalene Henry, good morning to you. Marisha Sami, I was asking if you after yesterday on this show. I'm so glad to hear that you're recovering well, and so happy to see that you're back here. I hope that you're listening and you're resting your eyes as you go through that recovery process. Lance Henry, Ronald Jones, good morning to you. Right. Special good morning to Councillor Stephanie Nelson Moore. Big up yourself on your secondment, and I hope that you enjoy your new role in the education system. Right? Edward Budu, morning to you as well. Morning to all you people in Makaman. Morning to all the people on the East Bank. Anyway, got a couple things to deal with first of all. So yesterday I noticed Kemraj Ramjatan and a lot of other AFC members. June Muturis, morning to you. Suknandan Bod, morning to you. Gita Prasad, good morning. Right? Yeah. The people in the AFC and the PNC are flicking. They're doing cartwheels, they're doing back flick, front flick, and all this sort of stuff. Because of some amendments that will be made to the Cybercrime Act. Again, I'd like to reiterate to persons, where did this, well, at least remind you where the Cybercrime Act originated from. Sally Jones, I'm surprised that they're still alive, but they're holding on. They're holding on. They're holding on. They're still alive. They're here. Barely alive, but they're here. Right? So imagine their own law that they brought into action, that they passed through the National Assembly and had the President Granger sign off on. Now they're crying foul. Could you imagine the same people that conceptualized this act? And mind you, don't forget or don't get it twisted. The intention was to stop the then opposition, which is in government now, from exposing the high levels of corruption that was happening under the APNU AFC administration. You understand? Oh boy, shock. Sorry guys, just give me a second. I didn't plug in the Ethernet cable. Sorry. Y'all may be seeing me blurry. Oh shucks. Oh boy. Totally forget about you. Right, sorry, good. Yeah. We get better signal. No, as I was saying, this act came about under the APNUFC. So I'm surprised that they are now up in arms about amendments to make it better and stronger. You understand? Now, the AFC claims regarding the proposed cybercrime amendment, or the amendments to the Cybercrime Act, are unfounded and baseless. Now, the amendments are not aimed at ordinary citizens or social media users expressing their opinions. As Vice President Jagdeo clarified, the government is targeting serious cybercrimes like extortion, exploitation, child pornography, and cyber harassment. These are global concerns, and Guyana's legislation aligns with international standards to protect vulnerable populations. The amendments fit within the framework set out by the United Nations and other global bodies for dealing with cybercrime. So I don't know why Kemra Dramjitan and forces from the APNU are getting flustered. There's no reason for it. It is important to know that the UN's model legislation on cybercrime highlights serious offenses in cyberspace, such as human trafficking, exploitation, and financial fraud. You understand? The government is acting to strengthen Guyana's capacity to combat these crimes and not stifle free speech. And again, daily we see persons on social media talking what they want, doing as they like, talking good, bad, and indifferent about the government. And it is not a case where they are censored or sanctioned or silenced or anything like that. Every morning they got FYI. Every night they got In the Ring. Look for Borgatti Show, Politics 101. So, I mean, unless you violate the act, you got nothing to worry about. So don't libel nobody. Don't engage in stuff like Rickford Bork and try to extort money from people and that kind of thing. And you have nothing to worry about. Now, cyber regulations have existed in Guyana since 2018 under the APNUFC administration. Attorney General Anil Nandalal has pointed out that the current government's efforts are a continuation of the same principle. The goal is to update the laws to meet modern challenges and not introduce censorship. Now, the AFC's claims of the AFC claims mischaracterize the intent of the proposed amendments. The amendments seek to enhance protection against real threats in cyberspace, such as blackmail, harassment, and exploitation. These are not measured to suppress criticism, right, or dissent, but rather to ensure public safety in a digital age. Now, while the AFC claims that defamation should remain a civil matter, it is important to recognize that defamation laws globally are increasingly adapting to the rise of digital platforms. Many countries are taking steps to address online harassment and defamation due to the speed and the scope at which harm can be spread online. Now, this is not unique to Guyana. These amendments ensure that the digital platforms are not misused to harm individuals. You understand? So when people make false allegations online, like what Kisoon do to Norton, Norton could go to court and get her in some real trouble. Right? Norton could go to court and get her in some real trouble. So I don't know what they're so worried about. Let it thing happen, man. Let it thing happen. Yesterday also, I saw the chairman, the regional chairman, Deron Adams, lamenting about some contract the town clerk wife get and this and that. Listen, PNC people are among the most bare-faced persons that you will ever meet. For Deron Adams to even bring up the or allege, because I have not seen or know of the town clerk's wife getting a contract. I'm going based on Deron Adams' information, right? Now, Deron Adams is so disingenuous that he doesn't say, matter of fact, no, sorry, not disingenuous. I'm talking about bare-facedness. Now, could you imagine how bare this man's face is to talk about friends and family getting contracts? Deron Adams very well knows that his friends and family benefited heavily under the APNU AFC when they were in office. Benefited heavily. So his claim of friends, family, and favorites, you would have set that trend, Deron Adams, right? And we're making steps. I am actually putting systems in place to show people how your friends and family would have benefited from contracts under the APNU at the regional council, the RDC there in Region 10. You're a hypocrite, sir. You're a hypocrite, and you should be the last person talking about friends and family. You didn't know when Jorman Figueroa, brother, benefited from stuff through what the program name? That wasn't friends and family? Or was he or is Jorman Figueroa's brother a Guyanese citizen and has a right to benefit from funds to start a pig farm? The Rasta imposter. I mean the Rasta with the pig farm. You have no issue with that. So it's okay for Jorman Figueroa's brother to benefit. But allegedly it's not okay for the town clerk's wife to benefit. Oh, so the double standards. We got to get rid of that, Deron. You got to get rid of that. You understand? It's okay for Christopher Jones to benefit from money for barbershop. That didn't build up to now. Right? But the town clerk wife can't benefit from anything. Because she's married to the town clerk, she can't have any aspirations. She can't have any goals. She can't want to become an entrepreneur. She can't move from selling fruits to doing something else. But according to Deron Adams, because he labeled woman as a fruits vendor. So he know. And even if she is, so what? So what? So what? Deron, you are low beyond low. And your relentless support for Aubrey Norton is the only thing that has you there still as regional chairman for Linden. You sat back and watched Sharma Solomon, all of them come through. What is idiot name that gone to Canada? Oh gosh. Oh, Carwin Holland. You watching people come through and rip through Linden and do nothing for the Lindeners. And create jobs. And do no streets. And do no drains. Couldn't replace the one-lane bridge that you, Deron Adams, got to drive over whenever you're going to do anything on the other side of the river. And do no upgrades to the boat landings, them. Nothing. Move the labor office out of Linden, knowing that Lindeners has got problem with bauxite company, there's got problem with forestry company, there's got problem with miners and all kind of thing. Move the labor office out of Linden. So Lindeners had to come all the way to Tongue if they had a labor issue. And they didn't have no ministry, it was a department. So the focus on labor wasn't even there. Now, people like Deron Adams, when they're seeing the same Mati Afro-Guyanese getting forward, can take to social media to try to embarrass, degrade, and bring them down. Even if that lady knows a lick about construction, she can't hire an engineer. She can't hire somebody who knows. You know anything about being regional chairman? You went there and you learned. And I might say you're still learning because we haven't seen anything definitive to say, well, yes, this boy catching on and he making progress. We're seeing progress in Linden. So, Deron Adams, you have a seat. I see you follow me on Facebook the other day, yesterday when I shared this story. I think Livewire News counteract that nonsense you were talking there. Talking about friends and family. You didn't know friends and family when David Patterson Give the guy who do the political work for y'all the money to buy the skills that never arrive at the Guyana Harbor Bridge Corporation. You didn't know about friends and family then? Anyway, let me move on. So this, look at this worries here now. Look at this worries here now. What street is this? Home Street. Where is this? Where is this? I don't know where the street is that the this is an AFC video, mind you. This is an AFC video. And I am 95% sure that these photos are not current. Right? These are photos from back in the day that they would have used, again, to pull on people's hearts. Oh, God. People looking at this in foreign. Oh, God. Look how Guyanese living. Oh, God. You understand? That is the effect they're trying to get. That is the effect. Let me continue. Tiger Bay. Mind you, just let me say this to you. Just let me say this to you. Right? This property that is in front of you here is private property. It's not a government facility. It's not a government home. This is not a government soup kitchen. Nothing at all, you know. Private property. So whoever decides to hang up the clothes on the line there, the owners of the property got to go to them about it. You understand? So I'm trying to understand the relevance of this photo in the video in terms of Tiger Bay. And in terms of interventions in Tiger Bay, the AFC is completely shameless. David Grange used to live just over the road at State House and never went into Tiger Bay once, not even driving. Not even driving. So all the interventions that happen in Tiger Bay under the PPP. So again, this is private property. You understand me? Private property. And even the photo before are persons who engaged in squatting. Right? Let me continue. I don't know what to say about these people sometimes, honestly. North Sapphire. Here, this photo that you're seeing, the one in North Sapphire, I can't recognize the area. And that's to show you the shots are so tight. So you can't establish exactly where you're looking at. Right? So it may be a case where people were living in this place in North Sapphire and move to the house lot that the government gave them. But this is what the AFC will want to show you in the effort to paint the government in a bad light. Now, this here, if you file, just let me make it clear. Squatting again. This is on the dam that separates probably A field and B field. So somebody decides to go and squat illegally. The government will come and break down the place because the same persons that made this video will go and make a video of the government removing them from there because they're engaging in illegal activity. Mind you, all the persons on the dams, the original persons on the dams in Sapphire there, have moved to house lots in various schemes across the country. As they move out, somebody else jump in the structure. As they move out, somebody else jump in the structure. The AFC knows this. The AFC and the APNU, whilst in government, broke down homes in Sapphire. Some of them in these same areas here. Now they make a video to show this for what? Let me continue. Same thing, Sapphire Dam. Oh, so the president at an event, what to contrast what? How were these people here? Lives improved 2015 to 2020? Are you saying that they fall into these bad graces from 2020 to now? I'm trying to understand AFC. How has the AFC moved to improve the lives of these persons in North Safia? How AFC? How have y'all moved to improve the lives of these persons here at A Field? Y'all are completely shameless. Completely shameless. You understand? Now, could you imagine? I got the video, Sally. I can play it just now. Could you imagine? Could you imagine these people talking about oil economy? These people talking about oil economy. Let me show you. As a matter of fact, before, I just want to make a point. Guyana is running 65 million every hour from oil. Where is the money going? 12 new hospitals, infrastructure, highways, community roads, schools. Because we care grant that y'all took away, increasing salary for public servants, a multi-year agreement for teachers, non-salary benefits for teachers, paying for the gold scholarship so that thousands of Guyanese could study and upskill themselves, paying for the Coursera agreement so thousands of Guyanese could upskill themselves, moving to have tertiary education free. That is where it's going. But I want to show y'all how the same people who are making these videos, as soon as they got their hand on the first set of money, look how they operated, and they're talking about corruption, criminality, and these kinds of things. Now, this is not no personal video. I want you to listen to the government. Oh gosh, I got to say Government Information Agency. What? I'm going back in time. I want you to listen to DPI. I want you to listen to DPI. Listen to this DPI. Listen to this.
President David Granger says ExxonMobil's signing bonus was kept under wraps as a matter of national security. Zanil Williams has...
Right? Look, the 18 million US was a matter of national security. National security. Listen, yeah, listen.
The details.
It's not a question of secrecy, you know. Evidence of non-disclosure is not does not mean that there's evidence of any intention of deception.
Evidence of non-disclosure does not mean there's evidence of deception. You hear the trickery and wordplay by these persons, and they're wondering why people vote them out of office. They intentionally kept the information from the people of Guyana. Intentionally. These people,
You know, there's no intention to deceive, but there was no need to make it public. It's a governmental decision.
you see, he can't even catch himself. Listen to what he's saying here. Listen carefully to what Granger's saying.
You know,
Other than fumbling and bumbling like an idiot. Listen to Granger.
no intention to deceive, but there was no need to.
No intention to deceive, but there was no need. So imagine that administration felt there was no need to let the Guyanese people know how much money. Now this administration making it known, so much so that the same administration who felt there no need able to count how much money they're making daily. Could you believe it? Could you believe it? They say it was no need. Now the PPP making it known that they could break down into blow by blow, day by day, how much money Guyana making. Listen to Granger.
To make it public, it's a governmental decision.
It's a governmental decision. Who put the government in power? Not the public. Not the public supposed to know, Granger. The public put you there. The public supposed to know.
I make governmental decisions all the time, but it's not deceptive. The transaction was conducted in that manner because there were some national security implications.
No, look.
It's not deceptive.
Look. You see, you got one angle here. I'm talking to you about video production here, right? So whoever are his handlers, you see, you got this angle here. Then you got this angle when it swipes. Now, whoever talking to you, whoever there listening to him, said to him, stop the video and say, man, hey, you're talking, jump in the save, you can get in problem. Reformulate. So you get a different angle. So the video stop there. Then they give him some time to think. And then they start again. But remember, the cameraman ain't gonna ever catch back the same exact angle unless one, he on a tripod and Granger spot mark. So you're gonna get the same angle. So you see the difference. You see the difference, right? You see the difference. So they give you some time to catch yourself, talk and stupidness, stop the tape, and then start again. Let me listen to Granger again. Come, Granger. You, I don't know what to say about you, big man.
Make decisions all the time, but it's not deceptive. The transaction was conducted in that manner because there were some national security implications.
Earlier this month, it was disclosed by ExxonMobil Guyana country manager Rod Henson that the approximately US $18 million signing bonus was deposited into the Bank of Guyana last year.
So imagine the president of the country decide we ain't telling nobody, but Exxon say, y'all, skies we talking, we get y'all 18 million US.
In the oil industry, signature bonuses are given to countries after the completion of a production sharing contract with an oil company, meaning negotiations. The head of state said the monies were not placed into the consolidated fund, mainly because at that time it was the advisable thing to do.
It is a legitimate exercise, as I said. It is to be used for certain matters which we perceive to be of national security interest, and at that point in time it was the thing to do so that we could have access in the event of a national security emergency.
National security more foot. What national security? Y'all buy any COVID vaccine? Y'all do anything? What national security? What national security? Granger trying to make people a fool. What national security you talking about? And these are the people who talking about corruption. These is the people who counting Exxon money. Could you imagine if they actually got their hands on the money that is being generated now? You think it had a Heroes Highway? You think it had a gas issue project? You think it had a power ship to ease the blackouts? You think it had them schools and hospitals being built? You think it had a 4-lane high-span harbor bridge? You think Linden would have had a new bridge? You think that the road to Linden Suzuki Highway would they get repaved? You think they would have started the Linden to let them road? Nothing, because they would not, you wouldn't have known how much coming in and where going and where doing. All we would have seen was harmony on yachts and private planes. Granger going for treatment overseas. And them kind of thing. Why you think Raphael Trackman jump back into politics? Why you think Raphael Trackman jump back into politics? He's sick and he want free healthcare. He hoping that they win the next election to get free healthcare. Or have the backs of Guyanese. You understand? And patriotic Guyanese who actually work hard in this country can't get some of the services that are extended to them. Flight out to the country, hospital bill, pay everything. Is Guyanese got Granger still here on this earth, smelling fresh air, talking nonsense on Mark Benchcop show? Our money take to fly you overseas and make it better. Our Guyanese taxpayers dollars, he can pay for that on his own. Y'all remember he was bald? He's sick, he is sick, sick, he is sick, sick, he is sick. So you see, Raphael Trotman has dwindled down to almost nothing. Sick is sick. Sick the sick, and they want the freeness from the government. They want to spend no money. They want to spend no money. Right? So let me show you this as well. So the national security Granger was talking about, the level of it was so high. The level of the national security reasons causing the Granger administration not to disclose the signing bonus was so high that even the finance minister was left out. The finance minister know nothing about it. Yet a lie? Watch.
But 18 million.
I don't know. I cannot tell you. I know. I wasn't part of any negotiations.
The Minister of Finance for the country. The Minister of Finance for the country. Could you believe it? Could you believe it? The Minister of Finance of the country was not involved. He know nothing. He know nothing. Nothing. So it was Raphael Granger and Harmon. At least that's what we can assume. The man who walk in dollars and cents, he know nothing about it. Okay, remember Granger just said national security. Isn't he a part of the national government? Y'all realize what's going on here? That is how they try to deceive you. And they feel that these clips just disappear into thin air. Nobody can find them again. Nobody can find them again. So, Mr. National Security, the level of the security level was so high that the finance minister himself was not involved and wasn't part of the discussions. Wasn't part of the negotiations. He ain't see nothing. He ain't know nothing. Listen to the finance minister, former finance minister, because Dr. Ashley Singh would never operate in such a retarded manner. And this has nothing to do with black and Indian. It's just the difference between the two. The difference between the two. We ain't even talking finance ministers. We talking the governments. The difference between the two governments. You understand? Dr. Ashley Singh would never operate in such a manner. The government, a PVPC government would never operate in such a manner. This is not no pian minister. This is not like a minister called you to sport or some chauvinist. This is the finance minister.
I wasn't part of any negotiations. I couldn't tell you how we arrived at 18 million.
So you don't know who negotiated?
I couldn't tell you who negotiated the thing. I don't know, to be quite honest. You know, in fact, I thought it was a gift. You know, initially.
So, based on what Granger said, the gift was national security. Guyana receiving gifts is national security. You understand? National security.
Initially, I thought it was a gift coming to us.
That's the nonsense we've got to deal with here. That is the nonsense we have to deal with here. Right? I ain't download this thing. Oh, shims. Okay. I didn't download it. Anyway, let me get to this other one. Anyway, so AFC had press conference. AFC had press conference. Look at this idiot. Look at this guy. And I'm like, that's why I talk about barefacedness. Somebody like David Patterson should never be leading the charge on certain things. If the AFC had any sense, they would put David Patterson in the background. You understand me? Could you imagine a member of parliament drunk, pissing around the place, and still want to be the voice of authority on morality and these kinds of things, and how persons should operate, and good governance? And what nonsense! What nonsense is this, David Patterson? You were described as one of the most corrupt ministers of the former government. You in everything. And you're talking about corruption and criminality? Listen to David Patterson.
To write to the public. Actually, I am compiling some information because I do intend to write to the Public Procurement Commission to ask them to examine this particular contract.
Who did you write to examine the contract for the 3-lane harbor bridge that you took to cabinet that you currently in front of the court for? Who did you write to examine that contract? I'm trying to find out David Patterson. And that's what I'm saying. Some of the people that they come back to play, they're scrutinizing and judging people. No, not David Patterson. Not David Patterson.
I'm also writing to them.
This Banner brother, y'all remember David Patterson had a brother who got hold for drugs? Y'all remember David Patterson? He has a brother that was locked up for trafficking drugs. Y'all ever asked how the brother reached through the VIP section to get out of this country and get hold overseas with the cocaine? These are the things people must remember. How did David Patterson's brother, who's not a government official, get access to the VIP area to get out of the country with all the drugs? To get out of the country with all the drugs. Who did he contact to assist him to have access to that area? Now he's sitting down here as a paragon of virtue, talking about contract and this and a set of stupidness. David Patterson with the Harbour Bridge contract. David Patterson with the Harbour Bridge scales. David Patterson with GPL bucket truck. David Patterson with Bangle bedsheet bracelet. He checking on contract. You, sir. That's why I said Nigel Hughes could never win a presidency in this country. He got too much. I want to find a word. I ain't nothing coming to me. But he got a bunch of worries around him from his wife go down. So I saw in Starbrook News, she had to admit, is what? Not the low life thing. Not the low life thing. Something I should have to admit to. I saw somebody posted it. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Something else she had to admit to. She couldn't hide it anymore. Nigel Hughes, baggage. Thank you, people. One set of baggage. He himself is baggage. He carrying baggage on you own. Nigel Hughes is fetching his own baggage. Plus, he got Cathy baggage. He got David Patterson baggage. He got Sherrod Duncan baggage. He got the Banner and the girl who they fighting over. He tried to go for beat up Sherrod Duncan for the girl. The baggage. Oh Christ. You got Jurita baggage. I like it still Jurita, but baggage.
Even though it's retrospective.
You're not coming too clear, David. There's something is touching or something.
Yes, sorry. I must repeat it. I am complying some information to write the Public Procurement Commission on the contract for the gas monetization. Obviously.
No, I am asking David Patterson. I pause there. Sally Jones, I gotta make you officially a part of this program, right? I got to officially make you a part of this. Sally Jones don't sleep, you know. She don't sleep. She always on point, right? Now, when I'm talking about baggage, this is what I'm talking about. Because y'all hear me mention this over and over and over again on this program. Over and over again on this program. Right? So the case that she filed for defamation against the vice president is bringing to light all these things. You understand? So former APNU AFC Minister of Public Telecommunications, Catherine Hughes, has admitted that she had signed checks for her company and approved invoices sent to her ministry by her company. Despite attempting to dance around the fact in the past, Hughes found herself unable to divert from the reality while she was responding to questions in the High Court on Friday, September 6, 2024, during the libel case she brought against Vice President Barjagjo over the low-life comment. Isn't that behavior low-life? Huh? Hughes, a senior member of the Alliance for Change, faced a plethora of criticisms for her actions as Minister of Public Telecommunication. However, she could not sue anyone, including me for saying it here. Cathy Hughes used to pay your company. She couldn't sue anyone because there was substantial evidence to prove her actions. Y'all go and read it. It being in the Chronicle. I think Stabrook News carry a story with it too. And vexed because you get called low life. That's low life behavior. That's low life behavior. And instead of your husband being an attorney at law, advise you not to do that foolishness as a minister, he decided to call you a low life too. You understand me? He decided to call you a low life in 2023 on Facebook. Decided to call you a low life too. So you see the baggage Nigel Hughes walking with? Cathy, David, Sherrod, is a bunch of worries. Moses, at least Moses holding the car and hiding and just posting on Facebook. It's a pack of worries. A pack of worries, they're wrong. A pack of worries. Something else here I had to show you. Oh, now I remember what it is. Did I? Where is it? Where is it? One more thing before I go here today. One more thing before I go. Oh, here we go. So, now I gotta go back to AFC page here. So, Kemraj Ramjatan sat at the AFC press conference and talked about criminality and this and that going on and blah, 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 blah. Said a madness. I swear sometimes this guy, this drink before he go to the press conference, because some of the foolishness I hear from this guy. The PVP government integrally syndicated with criminality, right? Integrally syndicated with criminality. This is Kemraj Ramjatan. Listen to this, man. Listen to Kemraj.
About the coalition. Jagdev's derisive comments about the coalition government being corrupt is not intended for the right-thinking Guyanese.
It's intended for who? I just show you coalition corruption. 18 million, Cathy Hughes. This is the same thing Vice President Jagdev speaks about. Who is it? Who is it intended for? Him telling the truth? The Guyanese people, Kemraj.
Who in the main know that that is untrue?
I just show y'all. I just show y'all. Cathy Hughes cannot sue nobody, and had to admit in court, yes, she write check to she own company. Is that not corruption? Is that not conflict of interest? I just show y'all David Patterson, as we know, one in front of the court for the unsolicited bid that he took to cabinet. We know about the scales. We know about the bucket truck. We know about the bracelet, bangles, and bedsheet story. We know about the money he collect from the Harbor Bridge to go to China that the Chinese people had given to him already. We know about the drunk and disorderly pissing about the place. So what do you mean untrue, Kamraj? The facts are out there. We know about.
But Jagdev is having huge problems with his rank and file. And such untrue comments will strike a chord with his untutored party organizers and members to regain their support.
Imagine I just play stuff for y'all. You understand? And Kamraj talking like this information not out there. But I want you to get to a certain point. So go, Kamraj, talk.
That is his purpose. You see, the belly is moving these fanatical PPPites outwards, and they're shifting out of the PPP. He's trying to pull them back, and so he's going to cry wolf in relation to trying to round them up. His government is integrally syndicated with criminality. We know that long before Roger Khan said he used to do a number of activities for them.
All right, good. All right, Kamraj. That's your thing here. Right? You are not a criminal. Well, allegedly, you are not a criminal. You're not a gunman and them kind of thing, and nobody don't know you history. But you talking about the PPP's history, and they're integrally syndicated, as you say. Let me hear a different perspective.
All right, look at this. I was Desmond bodyguard way back in the PNC time. All that I know, all they said that I do and I know, is they taught me these things. They taught me to kill people. I can remember incidents of when the PPP was in power back then, when they wanted a commotion, along with senior people who's in this government right now, asked me to go outside with a machine gun who was given to me by Colin McPherson, who's now deceased, to shoot up this place, to cause a commotion, so they can go and kill people like Body Place on Sherry Street. You understand? When we was going out the night to go to murder or shoot up Body Place, wherever they wanted, because if you shoot up people there, and there in any case. When we will be confronted by Fraser, we had Fraser and gangs at the time, and we had to head back to the because we had a lot of people saying that they man coming in the street. You understand? So all these things what they're saying I do and I do and I do. It's out of their camp I come. They never give me a tricycle. They never give me a bicycle. When I asked Calvin the night after I was in the presidential year, I asked him for $100 because I gotta go home to come back in the morning for 6 o'clock for report to duty. I asked him for $100 to get transportation. You know what he told and tell me? When you're drinking milk, you're drinking milk. That's what Calvin told me. Tell me, when you're drinking milk, you're drinking milk. You understand? So I don't know what was it now? Why that me? It's them teach me everything I know. You understand? When they send me Moshe back down for kill all them fucking people in Moshe back down. Down in Purika. With PJJ 4041 pick up. But a guy who there now named bus stop was a whole police sergeant at at Iveri. And the driver away and left me and a guy named Bacchus that died now. And another one named Peter Goodman that's still alive who's willing to testify to this. When we go and kill the coconut man was silent and 2 other people in the yard. And the driver away and left me after shots fired. We have to stay there until the next night because the police circle the place. We have to stay and then Carbon is aware of this. Arby Norton is aware of this because that time they used to control the place. There was a guy named Skip who's a soldier, was then thing who's now in New York. Them aware of this, because them is the people who taught me things. Them is the people who train me, them is the people who send me for training. So why they targeting me? Because I straight all I looking for is a living.
Yes, I was telling you. Yes, I was telling you. So now, cameras Ramjatan realize or claiming parties syndicated with criminals. Cameron, you come from the AFC, APN, UPNC, all y'all is one. All y'all is one. Right? You play a video like that saying with somebody, you come in on camera to say, well, the PPP train them to kill people or send them to kill somebody. You get a video like that, Kemraj, and play it. You understand? So don't try to mislead anybody. Don't try to mislead anybody. Anybody who dealing with criminals is the AFC, AP, and UPNC, WPA. Any kind of connection with criminals, most likely PNC leading it. Who was the people who went and meet with the freedom fighters in Buxton when they were terrorizing the community of Buxton? Even the people in the village, they want to walk on the road and them kind of thing, because how did they going on in the back there? And y'all come into play, you're telling people about who associated with criminals and who this and who that. Last people should be talking. Last set of people who should be talking. Especially the former minister of Home Affairs, the horses and dogs boss. His idea of fighting crime in Ghana, more horses and dogs. More horses and dogs. And if you ask you any question that you like, haul your ass. Haul your ass. So imagine Mr. Haul your ass ain't looking within, he looking without. That's like when them old people say, look at the plank in your eye before you look at the splinter in the PVP one. You understand? Look at the plank in your eye, Kemraj Ramjatan, David Patterson. Oh gosh, Nigel Hughes. Before you look at the splinter in the PVP one. Nigel, I can't even tell you look at nothing in your Wi-Fi, because she got a whole green heart or purple heart tree in she own. That's not even a plank. By her own admittance. You understand? She got a whole purple heart tree growing by the root out of she eye. So she shouldn't look at nobody car now. I don't even know how Cathy is still in Parliament, given what people know about her and the evidence that is there. How could the AFC still choose this woman to represent them? How could they choose her? But again, it's not based on, and that's the thing. Again, I keep reminding you, everything that these people accuse the PVP of is exactly what they're doing. Is exactly what they're doing. Toshiram Chedi, don't worry to anti-data. You understand me? Don't worry to anti-data. One video from since last LGE. That's the only person in like one that they could find anti-data to make a statement. And anyway, don't let me bother with anti-data. She on her own. She on her own level. Let me leave anti-data alone. But I just wanted to share these things with y'all, because I find it highly hypocritical coming from people like Kemraj Ramjatan, David Patterson. Huh? Look at this here. Look at this here. Under the tenure of Ramjatan, and Ramjatan talking about what's the word he used? Syndicated. Look at this here. Look at this here. This is the last thing I'll show y'all before I go. Right? This is the kind of tenure that Ramjatan had. Where the guns them gone? Where the guns them gone? Y'all remember Leslie James? I would dare say the worst commissioner of police this country ever had. And just coming off the heels of the commissioner of police who they're talking about planting thing on the lady going through the airport on the phone with Basil Williams. The commissioner of police who turned a minister of government under the PNC, AP, and UFC. I wonder if they themselves just remember these things. Maxine Graham was a highly respected female, I think assistant or deputy commissioner of police, get embroiled in the foolishness. Now she got to go on farm. Y'all remember the COI with these two, Graham and Leslie James? All of a sudden, Maxine Graham can't find book, and the book is she personal property and this and that, blah, 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 thing. Why Kemraj Ramjatan don't talk about these guns that went missing from the armory? They talk about, oh, we revolutionized the police. We do this with the police. The police was so much better. The police. You get them horses, you get them dogs, and 5 drones. But not in the GDF get the drones. But 150 guns missing out of the armory. You see them thing? Under his tenure as the Home Affairs Minister. And he got the, I don't even know if I call it. And he got the liver, because this man liver strong. He drink a lot of rum. He got the liver to sit at the AFC press conference and talk about who is this we said? This we said, don't close the thing already. Can you imagine? Anyway, the previous syndicated criminality. What came out of this, Kemraj Ramjatan, at the next AFC press conference? Can you give us an update as of when you stepped out of the Ministry of Home Affairs? Remember y'all remember the recording when he telling people that they lose and he leave in the ministry, and then when they decide to rig it, he tell them no, he only telling them because he thought he moved over to Prime Minister. look, I just can't do the AFC sometimes. With the whole opposition, I don't know. Oh gosh. Leslie may mention in the here because I ain't got the evidence, but it is alleged. A lot of gun licensing and those kinds of things passed through this minister during his tenure. And it may not have gone through, it is alleged that it may not have gone through the right process. Mr. Gun License Boss. You understand? So it could be alleged that these 150 guns probably get sell out. You understand? People get a gun license, they can't afford to buy the gun online or at the shop, so they get some old police gun and sell them. That could be alleged. How a whole 150 guns going missing? Nobody in keeping records? Leslie James, Maxine Graham. Guys, that's all for me today. The opposition can't be trusted. The opposition continues to lie to Guyanese. You know, oh God, I need another word that got more emphasis than bare face. You hear what I'm telling you? Lie to Guyanese without fear, favor, affliction, and with a lot of ill will, because you're misinforming them. So I will take the time to sit here on a morning and show Guyanese the other side. Because you can't depend on Kemraj Ramjitan or Nigel Hughes or these persons to give you information in a fair and clear manner. So imagine the Latvian president can't tell you where the APNU AFC would have changed from latrines to toilets in any Amerindian village across this country. He can't tell you or show you one. He cannot tell you or show you one where the AFC APNU government in a hinterland community did away with the latrines and built sanitary blocks. He can't show you none. But running around the place as Lord Protector of latrines. And oh, you're so interested in the indigenous people. And Laura George with she nonsense. I wonder if she went Heritage Village and see what's going on and see how the indigenous communities are happy and the people there are happy. Talk to some of them, because some of them was at the National Two Shows Conference. Talk to them and hear how they're happy with the initiatives and the plans of this administration. And let them remind her how they couldn't get land, they couldn't get much, and they were deemed as greedy under the AP and UAFC administration. Greedy, the indigenous people. We must never forget. We must never forget. You understand? But hey, anytime y'all see the Latvian president pass, y'all stand and give him his respect. Stand and give him his respect. Once you see the Latvian president passing, stand and give him his respect. Right? The Latvian president or the first lady of corruption. The first lady of corruption. Any one of them, y'all. All right, bam. All right. Anyway, guys, I am out of here. Y'all be good Guyanese today. All my local people, especially in Region 3 and Region 4, it is raining today. Y'all please be careful on the road. Please be careful on the road. Horses on the highway, especially the Linden-Suzac Highway, it ain't repaved yet, so y'all still take your time. Take your time. Please look out for the school students. They're out on the road as well. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Same time, same place. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil to one Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I... This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and